Hey guys, Cronus Falls here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video on Ice Golem's Peak. But first of all, I just wanted to thank you guys for all the support you've been showing me so far. I'm over 50 subscribers now and still growing, so I really appreciate every single one of you. And please feel free to let me know in the comments if any of you want to see any sort of specific content from me going forward. I'm always happy to help out the community and show anything that I can in video form to help you guys. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into Ice Golem. Now Ice Golem, the strategy all the way through is basically the same. It's not like Spider where you're going to be switching strategies about halfway through between the AoE damage and the turn meter manipulation. Ice Golem, you just need a really consistent team to come through here. So my main team that I'll be showing you guys later is going to be this one right here. But in order to start out, I'm going to go ahead and drop the ability of my team a little bit. So we're going to be coming in here with an Apothecary, a Stag Knight, a Miscreated Monster, a Kale, and a Reliquary Tender. Now the important things in this are, first of all, the Apothecary is going to be bringing us speed as well as a defense aura. Stag Knight is going to be bringing us an AoE decreased defense as well as attack, and a slow speed, which will help the boss take less turns. Miscreated Monster will be providing us some sustain and his shielding, as well as some CC on an AoE basis, just stunning the waves so we're not taking as much damage. Kale is going to be bringing us a lot of poison for the boss, which is very important in Ice Golem because it's going to stop him from doing as many overhand attacks, because as poison ticks through the health, if you go past that threshold, he will not trigger his attack. And finally, Reliquary Tender is going to be coming in here as a support for us. She's going to provide a little bit of healing, but mostly she's going to be removing debuffs from us and reviving people as they go down. So let's go ahead and get into it here. So the waves on this kind of build are going to take a little bit longer. We're probably going to be looking at about 1:15 here on each wave. And the reason for that is because my Miscreated Monster and Stag Knight are built for a little bit of damage, as well as Kale. He's built as a campaign farmer here. But none of them are built super strong as far as damage goes, so we'll probably be looking... Actually, this is going a lot faster than I thought it would, so maybe more like 45 seconds on the waves. Although the second wave is definitely where it gets tougher, so we'll see kind of what he can do on that front. So there comes Reliquary Tender in with the cleanse. It wasn't super important right there, but it will be later, especially when we're getting that AoE decreased defense from the boss's right-hand minion. Yeah, okay, so this one is the one that's going to take us a while because of her block debuffs. But there we go. So we're 1 minute in through the first wave. I think that one minion alone took almost 30 seconds. So now this is the dangerous wave when you're coming in here, because these two terror beasts, I think they're called, can come through and use an ability called Shriek, which will cause reflect damage for 3 turns on the entire enemy team. Ooh, and actually we're taking a lot of heat right here. We just got to make sure Reliquary Tender stays alive. But now we've got 3 stuns up. She should be fine. She's got a shield on as well. So she should be coming through here in probably, I think it's a 5-turn cooldown on her revive, unfortunately. So since she just revived Kale, it'll still be a little bit, but we should have him back up right here. There we go. And so that's why you really need her to come through on this level of a build, because she's the one who's going to be keeping your people up. If your Kale goes down right there, this fight becomes a lot more difficult because you won't have the poisons ticking through, as well as one less damage dealer to help take down the adds on the side here. Now the unfortunate thing coming in here with Stag Knight is he will not use his AoE decreased defense while the adds are up. So as you saw earlier in my main team, I run Madame Ceres, and that is because she will actually come in here and use that while the adds are up, and it makes this go a lot faster, as you'll see later. So this is going to be kind of more of a sustained fight as we go through, because we can't get that decreased defense on until this guy's dead, and then as soon as they come back, they're not going to have it. So that's what's really going to slow you down in the beginning. There we go, we've got the decreased attack and decreased defense from Stag Knight now, and Kale's going to start building up some poisons for us here. We're about to get the first overhand attack. There it is. So now we've got the ads back, which means Kale's not going to have a chance to build up too many poisons yet. But as it goes along, he will, and he'll definitely be putting out, if not the majority of our damage, at least around the same amount as these other two that hit really hard on their AoEs. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it here, and we will come back in at the end and see how this team did. Alrighty, so we're coming up towards the end here, and as you could see, Miscreated Monster's been doing a good job of keeping these ads on lockdown, keeping them stunned. And Kale's built up a little bit of poison here, not too much. It's unfortunate that with his A3, he can't determine who the poison's going to go on to, but he can still do a pretty decent job. So Reliquary Tender went down there, but her job's done at this point. We just need to finish him off. So a 5-minute, 25-second run isn't too bad as you're coming up through Ice Golem, especially if you haven't gotten your Arbiter yet. So that's just kind of the team comp that you're going to want to come in with. As you can see, Kale did the majority of our damage here, almost 2.2 million. And that's the kind of utility that he brings to the Ice Golem. Those poisons just do a ton. So now we're going to go into what you can do after you've come through here and gotten your Arbiter. So we're not going to need Reliquary Tinder anymore. I'm not going to use Stagnite for this one because Madame Ceres is just a better use. But you could still use him as well. And then you've got your Arbiter going, so now you're going to have double speed boost. She's going to be your revive. And we're going to come in with Rotos. Now, it doesn't have to be Rotos. Any good single target damage dealer will do just fine here, or even a poisoner. Like, I could still bring Kale in here and he would do just fine. But Rotos is definitely going to make it faster for us. So let's get into it here. So as you'll see, the waves are going to go a little bit faster, even though we don't have nearly the same amount of time, or the same amount of AoE damage, rather. So I think with this team, we'll probably get through the first wave here in about 40 seconds instead of a minute. And then we'll be on to the second wave. So we've got some stuns coming through here, which is unfortunate. It is going to slow us down a little bit. But as long as we're stunning this one especially, we're not getting those block debuffs. So actually that should make it a little bit faster. Like I said, we're coming through right at 40 seconds here on this first wave. Now we're on to the second wave. And this is the danger wave, typically, as I mentioned before. But the nice thing about this team is with Rotos being the main source of damage and him being single target, he doesn't burst himself down nearly as easily as an AoE damage dealer does on the reflect damage. So we'll see here he's coming through with a Shriek. But now when Rotos comes through, boom, he puts up a shield on himself with Blood Shield. And he is doing just fine. Oh, actually I took Blood Shield off of him, so never mind. But he's still doing just fine. He's got a ton of HP from his A2 now, so he can definitely sustain himself. So now we're coming through to the boss. And Madame Ceres is going to be doing her full capability here, unlike Stagnite. She can come through and give us that decreased defense as well as decreased attack on all of these enemies. That's going to make it go a lot faster. Rotos coming in with his A3 blocks the revive on the ad right here, so he won't be coming back up. And we actually want this guy to survive until Rotos can come back around, hopefully. Ah, that's a shame. If he had been able to block the revive right there, that would have been it, and we could have just taken down the Ice Golem, no problem. But we'll see here as he comes back through with his overhand swing in a second, that this ad's going to be the only one that comes up. And he's already lost 20% of his max HP due to Rotos' A2. So now we can come through, hopefully take him down, and that's the end of him. So as I said, any sort of single target heavy hitter can do the job that Rotos is doing here, but not as well, because they won't typically be able to block the revive. So we're just going to go ahead and run this through. It's probably going to be about a 3-minute run, but I will come back at the end of it. Alright, so we're right at the end here, and like I said, it's going to be just about 3 minutes. And so Rotos should be able to finish him off with his next hit here, and that is it for Ice Golem. So that is a 3-minute, 2-second farm. Normally I'm doing about 223, and that's because normally I'm playing at unlimited frame rates. But still, 3 minutes and 2 seconds is very good on Ice Golem. You're not going to be doing better unless you're coming in here with some Royal Guards or potentially a Seer. something like that that just does crazy damage. Let's go ahead and get back out here, and I'm going to show you guys the champions that I went through. I'm not going to do an in-depth guide on their gear so much, except for perhaps Kale and Reliquary Tender. But Reliquary Tender here, who we brought in the first run, she's rocking about 35k HP, about 3200 defense, about 100 or 222 speed rather. And then the rest of these don't matter. She's not worried about that at all. So as you can see, I was mainly just building her for speed here so she could come around and get that remove all debuffs as quick as possible, as well as the revive as quick as possible. So she's just in defense % gloves, defense % chest, speed boots, HP ring with high defense rolls, defense amulet, and finally a defense banner. Now, Kale here, he's just set up as a campaign farmer right now, so he's got some decent attack, 2600, 188 speed, not crazy, 100% crit rate, and 225 debuff accuracy. So you need over 200 accuracy in order to make sure that you are placing your poisons. So this definitely isn't the best build for Kale to be coming in here. You would want something super defensive, but as you can see, it worked out just fine in these runs. And having him in lifesteal is definitely helpful for that. So then Apothecary, again, we've got him running at about 257 speed, about 41k HP, and about 3,800 defense rather. And he's in defense, defense, speed, and then defense, defense, defense. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I've gone over the rest of these champions builds in previous videos. I'll go ahead and show you their max stats real quick. About 54k HP, 2300 defense, 202 speed, and 220 accuracy. Got Miscreated Monster coming in about 60k HP, 100% crit rate, 210 speed, defense, nothing special, not building it up. Madam Saris is coming in. She's at about 229 speed, about 3k defense, and 37k HP about. And then I use her for arena mostly, so she's rocking about 442 accuracy. And that could actually go higher if I got her banner up. And then Rotos coming in here about 25k HP, as well as 3750 attack, 2400 defense, 191 speed, 99% crit rate, 194 crit damage, and 209 accuracy. And then finally Arbiter coming in here at about 259 speed, about 4k defense, 45,000 rather HP. And then crit rate, crit damage don't really matter, and 196 accuracy for her weaken. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, thank you for the 50 subscribers, and I hope we can continue to grow together here. Comment down below for any content you would like to see for the future, and thanks.